Thank you very much for inviting me to digital e-signature. I am Satoru Tezuka of Keio University. Today, I would like to report on the demonstration which was held at the G7 Digital Minister meeting held in Japan. It was conducted by a joint team of the EU Commission and Japan to demonstrate the importance of international mutual recognition. This project was realized after I proposed it at the EU Commission in Brussels at the end of November last year. Weekly meetings were held between the EU Commission and Japanese members to create a scenario for the demonstration and to build a working environment for the demonstration. The demonstration was held at the G7 Digital Minister meeting on April 28, 29, and 30. First, I'd like to explain about the declaration of the FFT. As many of you may know, Japan's late former Prime Minister Abe announced Japan's idea of the FFT for the first time in the world at the 2019 World Economic Forum in Davos. This photo showed the late Prime Minister Abe at that time. The main idea in his speech were to start a forum for discussion focused on the data governance under the roof of the World Trade Organization. Establish a system to importance DFFT, data free flow with trust, which will be the most important issue for the new economy, driving the force in industrial revolution and society 5.0. Create a forum for the discussion among the US, EU, Japan, India, and African countries that are making great developments and share their successes along with efforts of our other countries. These were the idea he announced to promote the FFT. I believe that achieving the T in the FFT, which stands for trust, is the most important strategy for our country. It is our belief that in Society 5.0, digital transformation, good, up-to-date, accurate, and abundant real data will be the most important source of value. And the distribution of these data with trust on a global scale is essential for achieving digital trade. For data to be distributed with trust, a trust service infrastructure such as electronic authentication and electronic signature is necessary to prevent tampering of data and spoofing of senders and receivers. I believe that the trust service infrastructure based on international mutual recognition is exactly what is needed to realize digital trade on a global scale. This page shows activities that have been done to conduct a demonstration between Japan and the EU Commission for G7 Digital Minister meeting. At the end of November last year, I visited the EU Commission in Brussels and Luxembourg to discuss about the demonstration of international mutual recognition for achieving DFFT at the G7 Digital Minister meeting. I asked them if they would be willing to cooperate with Japan, and they have fully agreed. After that, since mid-December of last year, We had held weekly general and technical meetings alternately online. As a result, we created a scoping document of demonstration with the EU Commission. This page is an image of demonstration based on scoping document. The objective is to establish international mutual recognition on a global scale. But even if this is realized, it will be meaningful unless users are able to have a clear image of it. Therefore, it understands international mutual recognition is very important to know what trust application services using the trust service infrastructure will be used. So we decided to showcase applications related to carbon neutral CO2 emission management, which is the most widely discussed area of GX, which stands for Green Transformation, and which we believe many people will focus on. When the data of this CO2 emission is distributed on a global scale and as a global supply chain, it is important from a trust perspective to show how to prevent tampering of data and spoofing of senders and receivers. That is what the realization of the T in DFFT is about. This becomes possible only when electronic signature and electronic authentication are used. Therefore, as I have mentioned, international mutual recognition of trust service infrastructure in each country and region is indispensable to make electronic signature and electronic authentication possible on a global scale. When I will show you the actual demonstration, which was present at G7 Digital Minister meeting.
Data Free Flow with Trust, commonly known as DFFT. It stands for Trustworthy and Free Data Distribution, and is intended to promote the free international distribution of data that is beneficial to business and the resolution of social issues, while ensuring trustworthiness. In order to realize trustworthy and free data distribution, we believe it is necessary to study the three-layered architecture: Trust Application Service Layer, Trust Data Distribution Layer, and Trust Service Infrastructure Layer. The most important of these layers is the base Trust Service Infrastructure Layer. The Trust Service Infrastructure prevents data tampering by means of digital signatures, and prevents spoofing of data senders by means of electronic authentication. These ensure the trustworthiness of data. Trust service infrastructures are independently developed in each country, and cannot be linked internationally at present. It is necessary to first establish bilateral linkage among countries, and eventually expand it to multilateral linkage. We believe that this international collaboration of trust service infrastructure is the most important thing to realize DFFT. DFFT can also contribute to solving environmental problems. For example, CFP calculation for carbon neutrality. Product manufacturers will be able to verify that CO2 emissions data received from component suppliers in other countries are not tampered or spoofed. In addition, the reliability of the data can be mechanically verified, enabling efficient CFP calculation even for products with a large number of parts.
This was how the demonstration went. The demonstration had a great effect in establishing a new international framework for achieving DFFT. It was established at G7 Digital Minister meeting, and this organization is called Institutional Agreement for Partnership IAP for short. It is not too much to say that without conducting our demonstration, the establishment of IAP may not have happened. IAP is organized by G7 countries, but its discussion is open to other countries as well. To achieve the FFT, the government, private sectors, and academia will work together and discuss these items on an ongoing basis. We are examining possible study items, and the subject of international mutual recognition is raised as one of the themes to be studied. As I have explained so far, toward achieving the FFT, Japan as a host country of G7, in collaboration with the EU Commission, held a showcase of international mutual recognition at the G7 Digital Minister meeting to demonstrate the need and to accelerate it at once. Next, India, the host country of G20, has requested G20 members to discuss international mutual recognition as theme for G20 Digital Minister meeting. India has requested Japan to join this discussion. Japan, as the host country of G7, will cooperate with India, the host country of G20, about establishing international mutual recognition as major strategy of G7 and G20 and make efforts to achieve it at first as possible. In this case, since Japan belongs to both G7 and G20, Japan would do its best to contribute as a coordinator. It is extremely important to cooperate with G7 and G20 countries and regions to promote the global expansion of international mutual recognition. I believe it was quite epoch-making that we have conducted a demonstration in joint project with the EU Commission. And I sincerely hope it would be a jump start for the global expansion of international mutual recognition. IAP is fully committed to this objective, and we would very much appreciate your cooperation and support. Thank you very much.